All right, you guys want to get?
That's the life.
Okay, I'm sorry, I won't do that.
Hey, I was watching that.
Today, my friends, we are here looking at more relationship animations. It is Bo and Lola. The world has entrusted us to watch these relationship animations. We are the only ones qualified. That's not true. We are the chosen two to watch these relationship animations, and we are looking at Jaiden Animations, one of the greatest animators to ever walk the face of this earth. And we are going to watch things about relationships I wish someone told me about. And flirting in my stories! That was for you, Cameron. 2 classics that I have held off watching for the whole last 2 years that I've been watching Jaiden. I don't even think I did it intentionally, but I guess it was fate because I had to watch them with a special someone, you know? I don't remember what I said. I just know that was my tone. Give this video a like if you enjoy these kinds of videos, and we will keep doing more of them, okay? And if you like our videos that we do together, prove it by sending it to a friend who you think would enjoy it, you know?
People are so complicated that most of us don't even understand our feelings and thoughts half the time. Yet, Here we are, 7.5 billion of us stuck on this rock, having to interact with each other, everyone with different goals and values and beliefs, and we all gotta try and get along. Also, some people have knives and no emotional reaction to murder. But that's not the point. When I say relationships, I'm talking about any type of interaction between people. Friends, family, colleagues, when you do the kisses with someone. Red flags are a term that everyone's familiar with. That person cheats on everyone they've been with, red flag. That person only uses people for their personal benefit, red flag. That person doesn't wipe off the knife after spreading butter on toast.
Disgusting.
And when they go for more butter, little crumbs get stuck in the tub.
Disgusting.
Red flag. But what about red flags that only start revealing themselves once you've built trust with someone and have a connection with?
That's
when your
real.
opinion of someone is positive, those flags can start being overlooked, or you start saying, oh, but they're a good person. I trust them. Oh, I mean, they wouldn't want to hurt me on purpose. It's easy to rationalize warning signs of a bad relationship when you have a positive view of someone, but it doesn't mean that they're not there or should be ignored. They're still being a jerk. It's just complicated by your history together. I think the majority of people tend to be too nice or passive or overly understanding. It's really common and easy to do. Because of that,
Man, how intellectual. Like, Jaiden just got... This is so much more intellectual than I was expecting in the first 1 minute. We gotta put our intellectual hats on. I wasn't planning to preach today. I didn't put my preacher hat on. Guys, this is so right. Yeah, no.
That was so good.
I'll leave it to Jaiden. We'll be the lighthearted. Yeah, no, there are horrible people out there who have tons of red flags and they're horrible. But we're not gonna focus on that right now.
because of that, toxic relationships are much more prevalent than you'd realize, and it can be difficult to know what to look for. There's a chance you're in a hurtful relationship right now and don't even realize it. The term manipulation gets thrown around a lot.
Did that dog have a knife? Why does he have the knife?
It's the one from the butter that wasn't cleaned off.
Okay, but...
Maybe they gave it for the dog to lick the butter off of.
Oh, that's messed up. No, that's bad.
No, it's a butter knife. See, that's why this is all just getting more and more confusing. Yeah, it's for butter. It's a butter knife. Butter people. The dog. So that dog could literally be the butter dog. The dog with the butter. The dog with the butter dog.
Butter dog. The dog with the butter. Butter dog. I got the butter on him. The dog with the butter. I got the butter on him.
There's a chance you're in a hurtful relationship right now and don't even realize it. The term manipulation gets thrown around a lot, and because of that, I think a lot of people would feel they would be able to identify manipulation if it happened to themselves. But it's not
People
as
like
easy
to think-
as Chad and Sally are dating. Sally wants to go out with friends. Chad forces Sally to stay home with him. Chad's a manipulator.
To the dungeon, 50 years.
That's actually a super common manipulative situation. But the way manipulation works is that it builds up slowly over time and is almost entirely emotional. Chad might instead start isolating Sally from her friends by nitpicking things he doesn't like about an individual person at a time. I don't like how Nick talks to a lot of girls. That's kind of weird. Don't you think Dawn drinks too much? That's not too responsible of her.
People do this.
Little implants like that can make Sally view her friends not as highly one by one and start trusting Chad more. A few months of this-
Okay, this is getting more deep than I expected, but I will touch on this, okay? Because this is a very real thing. If you ever are with someone and you find that they are talking smack about your friends that they barely know and you know way better than them, them. If they do it about like a bunch of your friends, then they are a horrible person. If they do it about one person and like they never talk smack about any of your other friends, maybe it's worth like listening to them and hearing them out. But if they talk smack about like every one of your friends and it's like they're trying to slowly change your opinion on that friend, that's a horrible trait that you don't ever want to be around. And it's so much more common than you think. There's a lot of people who do this.
A few months of this go by and Sally's not hanging out with any of her friends anymore, and Chad successfully isolated her, which means he has much more control over her thoughts and emotions.
Oh,
You still might think that's easy to see through, and some people are better at picking up on warning flags than others. I think it's important to keep in mind that everything in real life is much more humanized than when we talk about them. For example, we're raised to believe that dogs are awful. It's pretty much brainwashed into us. You're at a party, the lights are blaring, and someone comes up to you and goes, "Hey kid, wanna do a..." Time slows down, the cigarette is glowing with evil energy. You look up, and all of a sudden they've grown horns and fangs. And oh my god, it's Satan! No, that's not what happens. Realistically, you'd be at a small get-together with close friends. You've had a nice night with them so far, laughing and having a good time just like normal. One of them just takes out a little sandwich baggie and is like, "Hey, I've got
Butter.
That escalated way too quick.
Normal feeling situation, and all of a sudden your brain is confused. They're bad, but this is my friend. We've known each other since 5th grade.
Wow, Jaiden, mature themes. I will be honest, I've never been in that situation. I think Jaiden is kind of saying a lot by suggesting that she's had this experience, but I guess it is common, I don't know. But yeah, no, stuff like that, guys, it goes without saying, this is a family-friendly channel. Regardless of that, even if this video was just for the adults, I don't condone that. I do strongly believe it is bad, and no one should do it.
Ghosts are bad. You shouldn't do ghosts.
But this is my friend. We've known each other since 5th grade. He's just a normal dude. He's not bad. Are my other friends gonna do it? Your brain thinks of any excuse it can to rationalize behavior from people you trust or think highly of, which applies to relationships. It can be difficult, but you need to define how people should treat you and respect yourself enough to not let people maneuver you into bad situations.
Yeah.
Emotionally abusive and manipulative relationships are super freaking common, and it's tricky because they jostle with your head feels and can make you feel like a squashed fly on a window. Stuck, powerless, sad, if fly corpses even feel sad. I mean, I guess they're just dead. Emotional blackmail is a way to control or manipulate someone by using guilt, fear, and obligation against them. Is someone passive-aggressive, overly controlling? Do they use threats like, "Do this or I'll hurt you," or even, "Do this or I'll hurt myself"? That leads to another difficult situation. If someone ever belittles themselves, "I'm pathetic. You should just leave me. I'm gonna hurt myself."
Oh, Jaiden is talking about so many real situations. I'm really glad this video exists, I'll be honest. All of these things are horrible manipulation tactics. Yeah, it's like you'd be surprised how common it is for people to do awful things like that. Like, yeah, manipulate their partner and guilt them and try to trick them into giving them what they want emotionally. If you have to trick your partner to like see you and agree and level with you and meet your emotional needs or give you affection or whatever, that's not a relationship. That's not two people who truly love each other. That's why you go through a lot of trial and error in life, and then you find the person who doesn't do that, and then you let them be in all your videos, so.
"I'm pathetic. You should just leave me. I'm gonna hurt myself." It puts you in a complicated position because it can feel like there's a responsibility to provide this person with whatever they need because obviously you care about them and you don't want them to feel this way or even do something bad to themselves. But this is a hard pill you've got to just swallow.
Yeah, you got to learn those people are terrible.
You are not personally responsible for anyone's happiness.
Yep.
But they've got really bad self-esteem and I'm worried that not responsible for anyone's happiness. But they're really depressed and can't help it. So I feel like if I just not responsible for anyone's happiness.
Preach, Jaiden.
Alright, gray area. Responsibility shouldn't be assigned to you, even if it breaks your heart to step back. People normally aren't equipped to be able to help someone with their issues anyway, so it's best to encourage them to see a professional who's been trained to know how to handle things. Someone might be struggling with their own personal stuff, but mental illness doesn't negate their responsibility to maintain a healthy relationship.
More facts are being said, and I shouldn't pause it again, because she's just dropping banger after banger of points, just over and and over making amazing based points, you know?
But mental illness doesn't negate their responsibility to maintain a healthy relationship. It just means they need to work on themselves, which is okay. But you don't need to be a part of that. You've got your own junk, they've got their junk. You need to decide how much of their junk you want to help with. Don't let them forcefully shove their junk on you.
People do it.
I like to imagine I'm my own little ecosystem and I do my best to maintain it every day. If there's a person or a relationship I have that just feels like pollution in any way, maybe it started off well,
Pollution is
but
such a good
slowly
way of
started
putting it.
getting damaging, then I've got to just step back and ask myself if I need to kick them off my planet. It sounds harsh at first, but you really can't drop your responsibility to maintain your ecosystem in hopes to improve someone else's. Who's gonna watch your ecosystem?
Yeah.
No one.
Yes, because if someone is like that and is so needy of you and is manipulating you, they are not going to be there for you in the way that you need. And pollution is such a good way of putting that.
You know what else I would say?
What?
This is the quote that I always believed in. If you don't take care of yourself first, how can you take care of other people?
Yeah, exactly. But people like that will encourage their partner to neglect themselves to the point where their self-esteem lowers because they haven't been working on themselves. And then they feel like they need that person who's manipulating them. And that's how the cycle repeats itself.
I will say though, it does take a person 7 times in order to leave an abusive relationship, you know?
Yeah, it took me that many times, I think. I think I tried to leave and failed about 7 times. That's very real.
Communication is the most important way to know if you can work on fixing the relationship or need to cut it. Hey dude, can you stop dumping toxic waste into my ocean? You've been doing it for a while and all my cute little dolphins are dying. Oh geez, I didn't even realize I was hurting them. I'm sorry.
No.
What can I do to be better? Not only have you communicated that there's a problem, but the person takes full responsibility and is willing to work on getting better. But
Almost
if they say,
never happens.
How was I supposed to know? I was just trying to help. Why are you being so sensitive? Shifting blame, gaslighting, guilt tripping.
Yeah.
Catch this deportation. Let them know how they're affecting you, set boundaries on how much you can give, and make sure you both have your own support systems so you don't have to just rely on each other. If things don't change, look at your behaviors as well. Do you feel like you need to justify or explain their actions too much? Do other people you trust not like them? People can get stuck accidentally blaming themselves or over-rationalizing things that are just not right in the first place. And don't forget that you can also be doing things wrong too. Self-reflect a bit. Verbalize your feelings. Ask yourself, am I being an
exotic butter?
Why are you doing things? Out of spite, anger, jealousy? It's tough to admit your faults, but it's more important to be 100% real and brutally honest with yourself if you're gonna maintain a 100% real relationship. People who manipulate most often don't realize they're being manipulative. No one wakes up and is like,
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
I think it's like 50-50.
Yeah, no, because there are some of the most horrible people I have ever known have also been very smart. Like, they're smart enough to know what they are doing, but they just don't care.
I think they realize they're manipulative when they're sitting alone at night and they have no one around with them, and that's when they feel like the most depressed, and then that's when they realize that they're actually a terrible person.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
But like, to your face, they would never admit that.
Right. Well, because if they are a narcissist, they are so afraid of people knowing that they're insecure. That is literally like their worst nightmare, is people finding out that they don't actually think they're the best. Like, they actually are super insecure, and which is so bad. It's so much cooler to just admit the things that you are insecure about. It's fine. Everyone is insecure about something or some things. So yeah, it's like, for a person who is that worried about people finding out they're insecure, to your face, they'll never admit. They'll never admit it, and they'll live in like a world of delusion. Like, in their mind at that moment,
and those
they
are usually
don't know.
The people that are like the most superficial.
Yes, absolutely.
No one wakes up and is like, haha, I'm gonna be super manipulative today. Think about your contribution to
Because they wouldn't ever
relationships
say that
and
about
how they
themselves.
affect things. It's okay to admit when you've messed up. It's more messed up to turn a blind eye and keep keep being a jerk. It takes a lot to break off any sort of relationship because it can feel like a defeat or like you've given up, but sometimes that's just straight up the best and healthiest solution for both of you. Two people can be great, but just not mix well together. And if you feel like leaving is dangerous for either you or them, ironically, that's a pretty strong reason to leave in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone shouldn't ever need you. They should want you. Your ecosystem should be able to sustain itself, and relationships are just the little sprinkles of fertilizer benefit for it. If you feel like you're not strong enough to break something off, a good way to work on that is to build confidence. Build a good support system, journal your thoughts, practice positive self-talk.
I am a god.
Alright, not that positive. Treat yourself as a friend. It's not selfish to want the best for yourself, especially when someone's over here being a happiness vampire. When you break something off with someone, remember why things didn't work. Repeat it in your head if you need to. A lot of people try and rekindle relationships when the initial problem hasn't been fixed. People need time to change. You don't owe someone a second chance if they haven't put in the work to fix anything. And you can't force someone to get help. If you're unsure about a relationship, think about these questions. Do you put off seeing or responding to them? Do you feel worse after spending time?
I'm just you know what I'm doing. I'm like doing a checklist of like things I have been through before. And dreading sending them a message because you don't want to talk to them because
Think about these questions. Do you put off seeing or responding to them? Do you feel worse after spending time with them? Have they threatened you or themselves in any way? Do they make you feel like you can't do things on your own? Or you can't make a single decision without them? Do they ask for a lot of favors or money and don't pay it back? Do they talk badly behind your back? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells around them? Do they put you down? If it's a yes to more than one of those, then you should start considering either ending it or try to communicate and resolve the problems. Don't talk-
Yeah, Jaiden, what if you've experienced every single one of those?
Okay, you have to clarify when though, not with me.
No, obviously, I'm with you now. I've like super briefly touched on it. I haven't really talked much about it. I won't get specific or anything, but yes, I have experienced everything that Jaiden is talking about here. When we watch MSA videos and there's an incredibly toxic character, in MSA there will be a character who's like, oh, I can't have you so no one can, kind of stuff. I do sometimes actually, like, they're silly videos, but I do actually get legitimately bothered when I see characters like that because I think that behavior is just so evil.
Don't tolerate any pollution. You're the one who has to live in it, and you deserve clean air. Big thanks to my friend Katie Morton for helping me out with writing this video. I wanted to make sure I didn't say anything inaccurate, and she's a licensed specialist with this type of stuff, and I trust her a lot. Of course, I hope you're able to take this advice and interpret it to situations in your own way. If you want to put a lot of energy into trying to help or be there for someone, that's completely fine. I just want people to know it's okay to think about yourself as well in situations.
No. You don't need to backpedal any of that, Jaiden. You hit everything on the head in that video. Yeah, that was way more like deep than I thought it was gonna be. So we might actually change the orders of what we're watching here. We'll see. But if not, if we did that first, here we go. Flirting in my stories.
I promised you a flirting animation in the last video, so here you go. Big shocker. I don't like it. I'm assuming you all guessed based on my personality that I'm not one to partake in.
Was she playing a trumpet?
With charming words.
I think so.
I don't think I've ever flirted in my entire life, come to think of it. Okay, well, I did this one time by accident, but I'll get to that later on. I'm more of a make someone feel good and just overall let them know I care about them kind of person.
Yeah, that works.
Have no courage to do anything else. All I can imagine is me just trying to approach someone being like, hey there. I have a girlfriend. Oh my god, same! We have so much in common. Oof. And even if I somehow got past the initial flirting,
she looks so young in this animation.
It's a drawing.
I know, but she looks so young.
That's so funny. Yeah,
You don't think so?
This design is maybe a little bit less like grown woman-y than the other one, but that is kind of funny. She looks young in this. It's an animation.
What?
You're funny.
Okay, so the first time I ever tried to be a confident, flirty person, or whatever, was with this one friend I had. I liked them at the time, and we hung out a lot. And one time we were just sitting on their bed, just chilling and talking. Just buds being
Looks
buds.
like laying
and my
to
mind
me.
just starts going, okay, you've never done anything close to flirty in your entire life. Who even are you? Get your crap together. Just do something. Let's go. Jeez, come on. I basically bullied myself into submission, which I didn't even know was possible, but congrats to me, I guess. I peer pressured myself without any peers. So we were just talking, and I just wrapped my arm around them, like with no warning. They were like mid-sentence, and I just like I immediately regretted it. Like, okay, no, this is not what I want anymore. Why'd I convince myself to do this? God dang it. Cutting the story short, we just remained friends, and honestly,
Whoa.
I'm glad we did. I realized
That
I
was
prefer
Jaiden's
this
big
person much
move.
more as a friend, and I'm glad we didn't start a relationship. If anything, we just became closer as pals. They're literally
Nice.
one of my best friends now. They also watch my videos, so... Hey. You're probably expecting me to say this is awkward. But you're wrong! We're best friends! Sorry you can't laugh at my self-deprecation this time! Ha!
Sweet,
Just a
got
side
him.
tangent. I don't understand why people just stop talking to someone just because they don't share mutual feelings with them. Like, okay, so you like someone enough to possibly consider starting a closer relationship, which means you already enjoy their company, personality, and overall them as a person. And just because they don't share the same romantic feelings back, you all of a sudden don't want to associate with them anymore? That makes absolutely no sense. Mine is
No,
Jaiden-
it does make sense because that means they didn't want a friendship in the first place. They wanted to date you.
Well,
So when you deny that, then yeah, they're like, they just don't value the friendship.
I don't even think it's as negative as that. I think it's like, it's hard to be friends with someone that you have like stronger than friends feelings for.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it can be a tough situation where it's like either you could be best friends with this person, but you like them just that little bit more. And if you can't have that, you'll be struggling the whole time trying to be friends with them because you have different, stronger feelings, you know?
I would just say if you like someone and they just want to be friends and you're hurting yourself because they just want to be friends, it's okay to walk away from that.
Yeah, valid.
Don't struggle because it will get worse when they start dating someone and you're just a friend.
Yeah, true.
Another part to flirting is the texting, the messaging, the sliding in the DMsing. And I don't really do that either, but I have something to say about it. So I guess I understand why you would want to wait a few minutes to text someone back because you don't want to seem clingy or something. But why do people wait like more than 10 minutes? That's such a waste of time.
'Cause the other
and it
person
kind of comes
waited
off
more
that
than
you don't
10
really
minutes.
care that you're talking to them, which is the opposite of what you're feeling. Why can't we show when we appreciate someone anymore? Also, I know people who want to text someone they like as little as possible because, I don't know, again, it makes it seem like they don't want to be texting them.
I'm a very busy person.
my
I just like
God.
don't have enough
Competition
time.
to try and leave the conversation first. Like, congrats, you went on finding a way to make them be the last to text in your conversation. You know what your prize is? Not getting to talk to the person you want to
Oh,
talk to.
cook 'em, Jaiden! That is so funny. Jaiden is able to look at the way people handle relationships from such a top-down view and just like, this is all ridiculous. This is all silly. What? This is dumb behavior. And it's like, Jaiden just cooks everyone's cringe behavior. Because everyone does little things like that. It is so common to do the whole like, oh, I can't text them back right away because then I'll seem like I need them more than they need me. I need to seem like I'm cool and I have things to do, so I won't text back even though I saw like my crush's message right away. Almost anyone is liable to do that. Like I've done that in the past, you know?
You know what I do?
What?
Turn on your read receipts and you just read their message instantly.
Exactly, because
I
you're
just leave them on.
Because you're above all of that goofy behavior. And that's why I'm with you. You literally don't play dumb games like that. But that's not even like an evil game. That's just like something that humans, we do because we're insecure. It's like,
Well, I always responded to you, but I will say I carefully crafted what I posted for you to see, so you'd have a reason to message me. And it worked.
wow, okay, way to swerve the conversation into that story.
So now I'm sure you're wanting me to tell you stories that make me kind of die a bit inside, but provide you with entertainment.
Yes.
And you're right, let's start with awkward first date, shall we? During my junior year of high school after our homecoming dance, my group of friends and I wanted to go bowling because fun. I didn't have
You
a
want
date,
to go bowling?
obviously. At the bowling place next to our lane were a group of people around the same age as us, and out of the blue, one of my friends just goes, "Hey, will you guys take a picture with us so it looks like we have dates?"
No way.
Rachel! So we took pictures with these
That's
random
crazy.
people, and the one that was my date was like, "Huh, you should send that to me." And me being freaking innocent and clueless just goes, "Okay. Wait, I don't have your number."
Wait, what a brilliant... Wait a minute. So that wasn't even like the guy's plan because the guys weren't in on this. They got asked. What a brave thing to ask a random... That would be such a fun experience.
I don't know. I believe in stranger danger, okay?
Oh yeah, no, that's a very good point actually. Yeah, never mind. Depends where you live. If you live in Canada, no one could hurt a fly, so you're probably fine.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no, actually, stranger danger is real. Never mind, you're right.
Don't be talking talking to random strangers and asking them for photos.
Wait, I don't have your number. Wait, how did I do that? So blah, 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 I had this person's number now. And I was like, oh yeah, I totally meant to be all smooth like that to my friends. But in reality...
technically,
I have no idea what I'm doing. They end up asking me to the movies, and I was like, okay. But my parents didn't want me to go alone, so they made me invite Kate and her boyfriend at the time to go as a double date. So we all go to the movies, and since I literally don't know anything about this person, we didn't know what to talk about the whole time. It was all just flop conversations like, so how was your day? Good, how about you? Good. What's your favorite color? It was really, I can't,
Didn't you ask me my favorite color, like first date kind of thing?
No, I asked you. I was like, oh, did you get your blue eyes from your parents?
Really?
And you were like, I don't know, maybe. And then I was like, okay. It was like pulling teeth, okay?
Yeah.
Asking him questions. I was like, oh, describe...
Because I had
No, this is what I said. I was like, oh, like, describe your personality. And then you were like, why don't you find out?
Yeah, I mean...
I was like, I'm not about to find out after
I had my
first date.
walls up. I had my walls up, okay? I don't, open up that easily to people. It's hard, okay?
But now look at you, you're like, oh my god, baby, I love you so much.
What the heck?
You're the best girlfriend ever.
I've never said anything like that in my life.
Now why are you playing games?
I'm just kidding. Yes, I say that.
It was really, I can't, It was scarring. Like, I'm serious. I will never accept any movie invitations unless it's with close friends or family. Ever. All that comes to my mind when I think of movie theaters are just flashbacks. Like, I don't want to relive that. I already lived through it once. That's quite enough. No more, please. So that story wasn't too bad, just awkward tension. Come on, let's bump.
Wait. Did anything happen, or did she just...
No, that was it.
Oh, they just weren't really talking much? Okay, so that's the negative side. So Jaiden...
So maybe the other person was, like, awkward too, you know?
Right, but because Jaiden is a little different, like I said, like, she can observe normal, like, the average person's behavior in relationships and, like, be like, haha, you guys are silly. But a situation like that is enough to, like, traumatize her. Isn't that, you know? That's the negative side of Jaiden. But aside from that, it's a superpower.
That's quite enough. No more, please. So that story wasn't too bad, just awkward tension. Come on, let's bump it up a bit. Awkward first kiss. So hey, my first date was with someone I literally didn't know. You think I'd learn my lesson and would kind of get to know someone before I accepted date invitations, right? Wrong. Hint, I'm bad at saying no to people. Also, this was my second date ever. Just putting that fact out there. During my freshman year in college, this person invited me to go on a date, and yeah, I didn't know them either. Like at all. I've learned my lesson now, okay? We meet up and decide to eat at a restaurant, and heyo, I'll save some time just by saying it was going very similar to my first date. Exposition time. My college has this mountain near it called A Mountain, and people like to hike it. Well, it's really not even a hike, more like walking up at a mild angle. So we wind up walking up a mountain and sitting on a rock platform at the top, and we continue attempting at a normal conversation.
What?
No, it was funny. She said she had a mountain because by my college was mountain, and it was a hike up.
It was called Mountain?
Yeah, like on the mountain there was like a...
Oh, see, I don't pay attention to the random mountain stuff, but you're the hiker, so you pay
Yeah, she included a photo. I was like, oh my gosh, my college did that too. We have a...
Oh, that's fun.
At one point, they put their arm around me. Come to think of it, all these stories are kind of coming full circle, and I never realized, and I'm kind of freaking out. And I kind of start just panicking to myself. Okay, I see where this is going, but I don't know if I want to end up kissing them. Like, I literally know nothing about this person, again, and I haven't kissed anyone yet. What is even happening right now? Oh, golly, jeez. And all of a sudden, they grab my face and turn it towards them, and I'm going, I see what's about to happen, but I don't know if I want to kiss them yet. I ran out of time. So anyone who just happens to take a date up to the top of a mountain and sit on the platform thing, you'll be sitting in the same spot I accidentally got kissed by someone. And if you're there, take a picture and tweet it at me. I'd say preferably of you guys kissing, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah, we don't need that.
This last story isn't really about flirting or dates, but I think it's kind of funny. I was hanging out with an ex-friend, and we were walking along our college's main strip.
Did she say an ex-friend?
I think so.
An ex-friend. Okay, a friend at the time. Okay, ex-friend. I don't think I've ever used that term. I don't like to use the word ex ever. Like, I never say, like, my ex or whatever. Because when you use words like that, it's like you're acting like they're still a part of your life in some way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never say that either.
I know.
Yeah. See, I don't like when people say my ex, it's like they're your it's like you're saying that you still have a connection with them, essentially. In my opinion, that's how that feels.
You know why I don't say it? It's because honestly, I forget those people ever existed. ADHD things.
Okay, well, mine aren't exactly like that, but
you have object permanence. You forget about people.
In terms of keeping up with the homies on a regular basis, yeah, but like I don't forget like major things that happen in my life.
Oh, really? Honestly, sometimes I forget.
But no, so yeah, no, like I've dated many people who I would never want to refer to as anything because I have no intention to ever speak of them or desire to even look at them in that way. It's like, oh, that's my ex. No, they're gone, you know?
You better not.
Yeah, no, trust me, I have not even anything I am remotely worried about.
I was hanging out with an ex-friend, and we were walking along our college's main strip. It's a street called Mill, and it's got a bunch of stores and restaurants along it. And just because I like how all these stories are kind of connecting, the restaurant First Kiss and I went to was on this strip too. We sat down at a bench outside a shop, and these two passerbys go, "Aw, relationship goals," as they walk into the shop. We kind of looked at each other and laughed and just kept talking. Then a few minutes later, the same people left the store and walked by us again and were like, "So how long have you guys been together?" And we were like we froze. And after
7
a bit,
months.
I just go, "He's gay." Their faces were like,
Got him.
"Made a mistake."
Got him. Got him.
So, moral of the video.
I can't believe that they walked up to ask, "Oh, how long have you guys been together?" That's so invasive.
Is it though?
Yeah, because they're strangers. Like, I would never walk up to a couple and ask how long you guys have been together.
That's because we're from Southern California and people aren't nice like that. In the middle, if you go to like the middle of America, that is completely normal and acceptable to do. Where we live, there are so many evil monsters all over the place.
No,
we
stop,
just
you're
don't
gonna scare the kids. Don't say that.
I
would say stranger danger, okay? Be careful talking to strangers.
No, when I say evil monsters, I just mean like anyone can be a bad person, you know?
Monsters are real.
Yes, and many of them live in Southern California and Northern California, let's be honest. There are places in California that are wonderful, obviously. But if you live in California and then you move to a place that doesn't have as many crazy people as California, then you'll realize how crazy California is. Okay, those videos were actually like more educational, yes. Yeah, educational is a good way of putting it.
Life lessons.
Thought-provoking, serious life lessons. Like Jaiden actually, if you pay like close attention to these videos and you like really take these lessons to heart and really think about all these things when you encounter people throughout your life, it could save people from being in a really bad situation. I respect Jaiden so much. Obviously, we like silly, crazy, fun animations. I really appreciate seeing that as well. You know, I think there's a time and place for stuff like that. And I think that a lot of people would really do well to listen to this because you may be with a person right now who does some of those awful things that were discussed in the video. And that may make you rethink a few things. And I'm losing my voice. So I guess this is pretty much it. Do you have anything else to say?
I love that Jaiden hired a professional in order to get her opinion on that first video to make sure all the information she gave was correct. And I will say, people who have friends who are in like those like tough relationships or those positions, when they're able to leave that, be there for them if they apologize to you or if they just like, if they come back. It's happened before where like one of my friends like has been in like a tough relationship like that and like everyone else leaves them, but I won't leave. I'll just be like, I'll be here when you need me. You don't always have to walk away from everybody.
But you don't have to walk away from everybody.
Because one day they will leave, and as long as it doesn't drain you, welcome them back in, you know?
Homies, if you want to see another video with me and Lola, here is the full playlist of our relationship animation reactions. These videos are so much fun. Watch all of them, okay? Or here's another video with Lola that I think you will like. I'll see you in one of these, or I'll see you down here. This is Jaiden's channel. Make sure you're supporting her. Peace, friends.